Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you are new and this is your first time stopping by my channel, hey, hello, this is Shar, Dollars into Dreams. I am on a debt-free journey. I am trying to pay off as much debt as I can. Currently, last year, I think I paid a little over $13,000 off. And I am a single person over here, so it's not a dual income household. I work a full-time and a part-time, and I am a cash stuffer, and I'm a paycheck to paycheck budgeter, zero-based budget, all of those good things over here. So if this is your jam, or if you need some guidance, or you just want to see how someone else budgets their money who is also in over $200,000 of debt, then stick around. Okay, friends, we are going to, let me take this out. I need to move this to, aha, here we go. Okay, so let me put this in here. Today we are going to budget, pre-plan our second paycheck of April. Well, if I can go in there. This thing is thick. Okay, perfect. Now let me fold this. All right, so I got all my categories out, but this is back to regular programming. This is my normal-ish paychecks of how they normally are, because last week we worked through it. I got through it, but I'm glad to have my regular amount of money back so I can see great progress happen with my debt. Okay, so I get paid on, why is that like that? Something is amiss. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I get paid on the 22nd of April. And so this check is going to cover April 22nd through, I think it's May. I want to say it's May 6th. Hold on. May 5th. Okay, there we go. May 5th. That's what it's going to cover. Okay. So for my full-time, I have been budgeting, and I'm going to continue to budget $850. That way, if it comes in slightly lower, we're great, but it has been consistently being about $875 to $890-ish. So there's that. My kids, two of my kids, I have three. Two are on my cell phone plan, so they pay me $30 a month. So $60 is the other. And then for my full-time, because we're back to regular programming, and I really am not knowing because I've have to, I'm using some sick time for a couple of days. So I'm just going to say $1,850. That's what we're going to say. All right. So we are at $2,760. So here's my fixed expenses. So my mortgage, I budget $618 each paycheck. I split it in half. So what I'm budgeting for in April goes to pay May's mortgage. Cell phone is $92. $60 is from the kids. $32 is from me. And then my FICO, which is a credit score monitoring app, is $40. And then my pest control is $55. And then my student loans for Navient, it is $264-ish and some change. So I just round that up to $266 so that I can half it each paycheck. So we are doing $133. And then for this student loan, it is $443 and some change. So I round it up to $444. And we're going to put $222 to the side. Okay, so my total for my fixed is $1,160. Now I'm going to subtract that from my income that I'm budgeting, and that leaves me with $1,600. Okay, so then my Discover, let's see. I'm going to realistically say 200 right now because this is new and I don't know how. Normally I've been doing 400, but I don't know how this now is going to affect this. So I'm going to say 200. And I did, I have gotten notice that my copay for my therapy has went back down to $27. So I am only going to budget, I'm going to budget 40 because I'll put the 30 towards my therapy or in the high yield savings that I'll pull from. And then the other $10 I'm going to pull out in cash. And I'm going to stuff my sinking funds wallet so I can kind of build that up for the start of January when everything resets. And then right now I'm not doing medication. I still have 100 in there, so we're good. So groceries, we're going to do $360. And then home, we're going to do 20, I think, for home, because realistically I do $10 each week. I don't spend that $10. So here's my thought process. I think the first week that I stuff the 10, if I don't spend it, I will leave it in there to roll over. So that will give me 20 for the next week. If though that $20 isn't spent by the end of the second week, then I will pull it out and put it in my home overflow envelope. So then I can build that up for when I need to stock up from Sam's or whatever. And again, I'm an empty nester, so it's just me. I don't need much. Fuel is going to be $3.20 has been working. I don't know what the fuel price is going up, how that's going to look. And I think I may even consider any rollover, just building my overflow envelope up. So we'll see how that goes. Spending is going to be 100. Eating out. No, wait a minute. Y'all. Where's my whiteout? I'm really thinking I'm over here doing a monthly, but am I doing a monthly? Yes, I'm thinking I'm doing a monthly budget. So these right here are wrong. Okay. So this should be 180. I kept looking at that like, that's weird. Okay, so that's 180 and this should be 160. All right. And then spending should be 50, 25 each week. And then eating out will be 60. Miscellaneous will be 10. And then my bank buffer, we're going to plan for 10. We'll see how that works. Okay. So my total for my variable section . All right, so we're at $730. We're going to subtract it from 1,600. So we have 870. Perfect. And then my home maintenance category, it's a high yield savings account, automatic deduction the day before I get paid. So I don't even see it. And then Ally savings, it's $10. It's the same thing. It is taken out the day before I get paid. So I don't even see it. It's like an out of sight. This is like an out of sight, out of mind kind of buffer. Yes, I know I budget for it and I send the money over there, but realistically, I don't even open this app. I don't even pay attention to how much is in there. And I've been doing that for like a little over a year, 2 years, year and a half, somewhere around there. And then this, yes, I do see this, but that is for maintenance on my home. And then for my sinking funds, we're doing 450. That's $225 each week. And I have decided, probably outside of whatever I have roll over here each week, I am going to start buffing up my overflow envelopes, and then the extra I'm going to put in beefing up some of my sinking funds envelopes. That's my plan. Okay. So let's see where we are. We have $870. I feel like I am forgetting something. So we're going to take 75 away. We're going to take 10 away, and we're going to take 450 away. And that doesn't seem right, but it may be right. Am I forgetting a bill? Let's make sure. 22nd. Credit card, mortgage, cell phone, my FICO, pest control, and therapy. Okay. That's the okay, I think I did it all. So we're going to put the $335 right here. If I can do that every paycheck, that will keep me on my goal to pay this card off by the end of December before the 0% interest runs out. That would be perfect. Okay, so let's make sure we did this right. So 75 plus 10 plus 450 plus 335. All right, so we have $870. That is the plan. And that will be really nice because that will be $535 that I'm going to put, that I'm going to put towards my credit card. Now that would be nice. Even if I can do $535 once a month, and then the other week, or the other paycheck, I do $400. That would be like $930 each month. That will keep me on track. Perfect. Okay, friends, that's all that I have for you. I have my pre-plan, so I know once my check hits the bank on the, my check hits the bank on the 22nd, I can see what my pay is on the 21st. So once I see that, I will come in with what my actual checks are and see where I'm going to put my money at. But I do like how this is because for like during the school year when I'm working, because I work at a school, this is usually like the base amount that I budget for my paychecks, like a full 2 weeks. And then this is always the base amount that I budget for my part-time. Now, when summertime comes, I will drop this number down to probably, I think last summer I did like $1,750 or $775. So to see this number, 2,700-ish, and to see how it works out. Granted, I don't have that much bills over here, but my bills really, like these are my end of the month bills, and then I have like my 2 utility bills the beginning of the month. That's pretty much all that I have, right? Because my subscriptions I budget for in my sinking funds amount. My car insurance is a 6-month premium that I budget for in my sinking funds amount, which is why $450 is my base amount, because every week is $300 or $30 for my car insurance, and every week is $30 for my individual subscriptions that I pay on an annual basis, which in turn kind of helps me with my fixed bills throughout the month. So that's great. Okay, a lot of rambling. If you are not subscribed, I would love it if you hit the subscribe button, become part of the family. I'd love to have you over here, and I will see you guys on my next video. So I hope to see you back. Until then, have a wonderful day. Bye.